afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. I'm here with Andrew Blackman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday afternoon performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. If these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a Pick 3 wager that begins in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot that begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the all-new Mighty Ocho, which begins in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, and if you're in Connecticut, try mywinners.com for online wagering on today's performance. Placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. We do have 2 scratches in this afternoon's performance. Once again, we have 2 scratches in this afternoon's performance. Jedden and Ron are scratched in all their scheduled appearances today. Once again, Jedden and Ron are scratched in all their scheduled appearances today. This will be a complete rundown of the scratches of Jedden and Ron as they affect today's performance in its entirety. This is the only time we go through it game by game for the whole program. And if you're not familiar with the term scratch, a scratch is when a player who has been scheduled in the program is out for a medical reason or an injury. Let's begin with Game 1. There are no scratches in Game 1. Game 1 has no scratches. Game 2. Post 5, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 2, post 5, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Fred. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Fred. There are no scratches in Game 4. Game 5, post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 5, post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 5, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Bueno. Game 5, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Bueno. Game 6, post 1, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Vuelo. Game 6, post 1, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Vuelo. Game 7, post 3, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 7, post 3, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 8, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Bueno. Game 8, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Bueno. Game 8, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Anderluck. Game 8, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Anderluck. Finally, Game 9, post 3, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Ben. Game 9, post 3, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Ben. Game 9, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with El Barba. Game 9, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with El Barba. This has been a rundown of the scratches of Jedden and Ron as they affect today's performance in its entirety. And we recognize that many of you are either sheltering in place or safer at home or just trying to get by as best you can as we all confront this new normal. Wherever you may be, we hope that you're safe and healthy. We're just glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this afternoon. We now welcome you to sit back and relax because at 4 p.m., it's time to play Jai-Alai.
And before we get into today's action, we got a little video explaining Spectacular 7 scoring and how you're going to see that scoring work through these first 8 games of this performance. Here's the video, take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those two players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was an explanation on Spectacular 7 scoring. In our first 8 games of this performance, all of those games will feature Spectacular 7 scoring, and all of them will be played up to 7 points. And before we get into our first game of this afternoon performance, let's give a standings update. Game number 1 is a singles game. And remember, these singles and doubles standings are kept separate here at Magic City Jai-Alai, a little different from our traditional Jai-Alai frontons around the country here. We keep championship singles race that'll go throughout the whole year, and the person with the most wins, singles wins, at the end of the season will take home that bonus prize. I believe that's up to $15,000 for first place in singles. Second place gets 10, and third place gets 5,000. So season-long incentives for these players. You know, like in other sports, athletes may have certain performance bonuses. Well, there's incentive in every game for these guys to do their best and obviously place as high as they can. And for those standings here, we're tightly packed into our third week. We had a session this morning, and going into it, Ikeda was at the top of those standings. He had 12 wins, still leads. He still has 12. Ofer for Ikeda in the win column in that first performance of the day. Still a couple games for him to play. And trailing right behind him in second place, our 2019 singles and doubles champion. That is Douglas, 21-year-old Jai-Alai phenom. We compare him sort of the Mike Trout, Luka Doncic of Jai-Alai, young rising star. Certainly one of the best players, the best player on the roster right now. We got Ron coming in. Should be a nice challenge. Hopefully Ron will be with us this week. So Ikeda at the top, Douglas in second. And then it looks like we still have a 3-way tie for third place. Three-headed monster, Anderluck, Diaz, and Vuelo, all tied at 8 wins. So Ikeda at 12, Douglas at 11, Anderluck, Diaz, and Vuelo at 8. No surprise there, Stu, at the top of the standings with those two guys, Ikeda and Douglas. Two of the best players on the roster. We will see them a little bit later in singles play. They'll be featured, Ikeda will be featured, I believe, first in Game 6, and then Douglas will be closing it out in Games 8 and 9, so make sure to stick around for those if you'd like to check him out. Certainly one of the players you do not want to miss.
And we have 2 minutes until we begin game number 1. Game 1 is now just 2 minutes away.
And looking at the standings for the players here in game number 1, Diaz, a significant advantage. He's got 8 wins on the year. Played a couple more games than a lot of these guys as well in various levels of competition. Diaz for game 1, he's got 8 wins. Next closest looks like should be Cool Fitness, Tennessee with 4 apiece. So you're looking at this first game of the afternoon. A couple of those guys. Cool, Tennessee, Diaz. Certainly some of the top players for game number 1 if you're looking to wager, and obviously you do not have to enjoy the action.
And it's 4 p.m. Time to play Jai-Alai. With this serve, we'll begin game number 1, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. All points will double after the first round of play. That's spectacular 7 scoring. Game 1 also begins the Mighty Ocho Jackpot. Our first matchup of this afternoon performance has Juice serving against his brother, number 9, Fred. Juice serves, and our afternoon performance is underway. With an overserve, point 2. I'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3, number 24, Cool Fitness. Catch by Fred. Scores from the left side. Point 2. 2 now serves to the returning 4-post in the green shirt. We have CRB. Fred prepared for too much of a rebote for that to come out. Drop short, point 4. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the black shirt at post 5. Here's number 31, Ossier. Ossier on the backhand. Nice and strong to the inside. Forehand rebote by CRB. CRB hangs in there, makes a beautiful rebote with a big bounce to the inside. Backhand by Ossier. What a catch by CRB. The backhand, though, caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Well played by both players, point 5. Here's the yellow shirt at post 6, number 37, Tennessee receives. Backhand by Tennessee. Big backhand, a little too big. That hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 5. On the court, ready to receive in the pink shirt of post 7, Lamonte. That's a good effort by Ossier to try to make that rebote. Had to really catch that ball first go round. Point 7. On the court, ready to receive in the purple shirt of post 8 is Diaz. This will complete the first round of play. Lamonte with a good serve to the inside. Here's Diaz. Catch by Lamonte. Powerful throw. Rebote swing and a miss by Diaz, point 7. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Receiving, Juice. Juice, picada, the big bounce. Lamonte backed in a position to make the catch. Hard throw by Lamonte. Juice for the rebote. 2 all scores for Juice, point 1. Here's the white shirt at post 3, Cool Fitness. Ball goes in and out of the cesta, point 1. Juice has 4 points in our next matchup. He serves again to post 2, Fred. Fred knocked it down at the 8 line, point 1. Straight points in the second round for Juice. He has possible game point. Trying to stop him, CRB. Robote hooked to the floor, point 4. Play continues. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the yellow shirt of post 6. Tennessee receives. Underserved, ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That fell short of the 4. This point goes to post 6. Receiving, black shirt of post 5, Asier. Robote left side by Tennessee. Here's Asier from the 8 line. 2 wall. Hit the pad. The pad is bad. Point 6. Here's post 8. Diaz. Catch by Tennessee. Powerful backhand. Taken in the air by Diaz. Diaz puts it back to the inside. Tennessee. Diving save was headed to the front wall, but hit the overhead screen first. Out of play. Point 8. 8 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 7, Lamonte. Monte from the backhand. Gets by Diaz to score. Point 7. 7 has 4 points. Here's post 3. The white shirt, Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness makes the catch. There's the backhand. Robote left side to the inside by Lamonte. Nicely thrown. Lamonte with a tip ball at the 8 line. Point 3. 3 serves again to post 2. Here's Fred. Over serve. Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line. That past the 7. This point goes to post 2. 2 serves to returning 1 post. Juice. He takes the court with possible game point. Scoop attempt missed. That's point and game for the red shirt of post 1. Juice.
Wow. A backflip for his first win of 2020. How about that? Probably a little dangerous.
Playoff 6, 7, and 2. Playoff for second and third place. 6 first serves to 7. Catch by Tennessee. Lamonte from the forehand. Lamonte with a beautiful carom thrown from the 9 line. That scores point 7.
Lamonte really playing much better today than he did these first 2 weeks of the season. Like to see that improvement from him.
Possible place point here for Lamonte. Trying to stop him, Fred. Ball does not catch enough sidewall, but it's enough to score. Point 2. We'll turn around now. 2 serves, 7. This is place and show point. Excellent catch by Lamonte. Point and place to the 7. 2 shows unofficial order. Finish 1-7-2. Prices will be up in a moment. Results are official. Coming in first, post 1, Juice. Taking second, post 7, Lamonte. Coming in third, post 2, Fred. Playing the first game there, starting off to a little rough. Wasn't a terrible game, but was not inspired play either.
Yeah, inspired, definitely not the word to use there, Stu, but we got a long program. 8 more games for you all.
And a bunch of different players throughout the mix. Arquinella, 1-7, 41-20. That's first and second in any order. 1-7-2, 344.80. That's the trifecta. Trifecta 1-7-2, 344.80. Nice win price. 1 to win. That's a $2 wager, returning $24.60. If you're looking at the board, those consolations in the exactus, that's 1 with all numbers, 780, all with 7, returning 2540. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2. Game 2, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. There is a scratch. Game 2, post 5. Scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 2, post 5. Scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Post time, 7 minutes away.
And folks, between these first 2 games of the performance for you, we have this thing we make called the Robote Recap. That's a recap video of last week's action here at Magic City Jai-Alai. And each week we'll have a new episode for you. About 3 to 5 minutes those episodes are going to be. We got a new one for you. Week number 1, that episode is up on YouTube right now. Episode number 2, we'll show you live right here. Take a look.
Welcome to the Robote Recap. From top plays to player standings, the Robote Recap is the only weekly update you need. So let's get into it. Week 2 of Magic City Jai-Alai's 2020 season is in the books. Right now, the man at the top of the standings is number 23, Ikeda. He kept up his consistent and controlled play in Week 2, but only to the tune of 3 more singles victories. That gives him a total of 12 singles wins in this very early season. Magic City's 2019 singles champ Douglas is only 2 wins shy of Ikeda's score. The Wonder Boy, as he's affectionately known, racked up 4 wins this past week. It wasn't enough to bump Ikeda from the number 1 position, but the sparkling spot at the top is still easily within reach for Douglas at his comfortable total of 10 singles wins. We are sure that Ikeda hopes to continue setting the pace for the season, but if anyone can flip the standings upside down in a hurry, it's number 13. Make sure to pay attention as the weeks go by, because it's going to be a close contest to the top. This week, we're reintroducing the Golden Cesta. The Golden Cesta is awarded to the Jai-Alai player who scoops up the most singles wins in a week of play. In Week 2, that was none other than the silent assassin, Diaz. Number 30 is arguably one of the most steady and solid players at Magic City this season. This past week, he worked tirelessly to capture the season high of 5 wins. He now has a total of 8 singles victories, which places him in a 3-way tie with Anderluck and Vuelo for 3rd place. Diaz is a player that you're definitely going to want to keep your eye on this season, especially if he continues to play with the same intensity, precision, and finesse that helped him earn this week's coveted Golden Cesta. Week 2 also marked the start of the Doubles Championship Series, which is comprised of 3 doubles tournaments. The first doubles tournament kicked off on Thursday, May 7th, and will conclude in the last week of June. Magic City's 2019 doubles champ Douglas and his new teammate Lamonte earns an impressive 3 wins. They find themselves in a deadlock for first place with the nice guy pairing of Bueno and Tennessee. Don't confuse their niceness for weakness. The 2 most wholesome guys off the court prove that they're a force to be reckoned with in their first week of doubles play. The teams of Asier and Kubala, Anderluck and Diaz, and Fred and Ikeda are all tied for second place with 2 doubles victories each, going into Week 3 of the 2020 season. Though the competition has only just begun, I think it's safe to say that this first doubles tournament is going to be very closely fought and equally exciting to watch all the way to the end. This week's Rebote play goes to the South Florida Legacy, number 22, Bueno. Even though Bueno seems to be struggling to find his footing in this developing 2020 season, he still continues to be cool as a cucumber on the court. We have a feeling that Bueno's brand of level-headed, consistent highlight is going to start to shine through as the season progresses. I mean, his calm and collected approach definitely paid off here with a perfectly executed Rebote 2-wall that stopped his opponent dead in his tracks. See it for yourself in this Rebote Play of the Week.
Great catch by Obarba. Powerful throw by Obarba. Here's Bueno. 2-wall Rebote. That is textbook perfect by Bueno right there. That was gorgeous. Point 2.
And that is the Rebote recap. We mentioned we will have a new episode for you every week. And that's just a recap of the previous week's action. So a couple of those statistics will be changing at that time. Ikeda had 12 wins. Douglas had 10. We mentioned at the top of this broadcast here. Updated standings. Ikeda still with 12. Douglas picked up a win in that morning session of play, so he has 11. Now on the season, tightly packed atop the leaderboard. And that doubles. Our first doubles game will come in Game 3. We'll give you a little standings update before that one. But Stu, nice to mention Juice, his first win of 2020, did that backflip. A lot of people pretty intrigued by that backflip. Probably not what I would have tried to execute, would have landed on my head. Probably would have had to call an ambulance, but that's why I'm on this side of the cage and Juice is on that side. Nice win for Juice, his first win of 2020. We'll see what that can do for him. Mentioned many a times, this is a very mental sport, and getting that one win under your belt can certainly propel you forward. Him with Carballo in that doubles, they do have a couple of wins there, but his first singles win of the 2020 season. And Stu, I believe now everyone except Jedden got hurt in the middle of last week, so didn't pick up a win. But everyone that started the 2020 season, so we won't count Jedden in that because of his injury, has gotten on the board. Everyone with at least one win, so congratulations, everyone on the board.
Less than a minute to go till we begin Game 2. Reminder, the Scratch, Game 2, Post 5. Scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. And we are ready to begin Game number 2, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points, the all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, Diaz. Receiving in the blue post 2, Anderluck. There's the serve. We begin Game 2. Rebote left side for the big bounce by Diaz. Here's Anderluck from the forehand. Powerful forehand, played the middle of the wall. Diaz going for the scoop on the left side. Missed it. Point 2. That'll bring out the white shirt of post 3. Number 22, Bueno. Forehand Rebote saved by Anderluck. Here's Bueno from the 7 line. Reverse to the back wall. Rebote saved by Anderluck. Wow. What a beautiful 2-wall for Bueno. Beautifully executed. That cut out about the 2.5 line. Point 3.
Throw one of those in practice that looked just like that. Stu, perfectly executed for Bueno there.
Green shirt at post 4 receives. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to Voello. Voello catches that in the air. Throws a carom. Voello on the run. Dropped it. Point 3. Black shirt at post 5. CRB receives. CRB on the backhand. Robote missed at the sidewall, 0.5. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the yellow shirt at post 6, Ben. Robote forehand by CRB. He gets out of the way. Here's Ben from the 11 line. Over the top. Knocked away by CRB, 0.6. Our next matchup has Ben serving to Cool Fitness. 0.6. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8, El Barba. Nice backhand thrown by El Barba. Forehand Robote. Cam Robote. Not working. 0.8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, Diaz. Diaz from the left side. El Barba midcourt, winds up. Back to the inside. Diaz read it, stopped it, returns it. Here's El Barba. Picada, the big bounce. Diaz moves forward on the ball just the way he should. Returns a cortada that scores. Beautifully played by Diaz, 0.1. Diaz has 2 points. He serves the returning to post, Anderluck. There's a catch by Anderluck. Backhand. Robote not coming out, 0.2. Returning, green shirt at post 4, Vuelo. Ball missed off the serve, 0.2. Possible game point for the blue shirt at post 2. Anderluck trying to stop him. Bueno. Bueno on the backhand. There's the reverse. Caught in the air by Anderluck. He goes deep. Forehand Robote. Caught in the air by Anderluck. Strong reverse, taken in the air by Bueno, but he doesn't hold on to it. Point end game, blue shirt at post 2, Anderluck. 6, 1, and 3 will now play off for place and show. 6 first serves to 1. Diaz winds up. Back to the inside he goes. Ben's there. Powerful backhand by Ben. Here's Diaz. Ben from the forehand. Karam does not cut out. Diaz has it. Karam return by Diaz. Gonna score. 0.1. Possible second place finish here for Diaz. Trying to stop him. Post 3, Bueno. Good serve by Diaz to the inside. Diaz for the rebote, high to the front wall. Scoop by Bueno. Point 3. We'll turn them around now. 3 serves, 1. Second and third place. Backhand by Diaz. Caught in the air by Bueno. Carom does not open up. Diaz has it. Diaz with the carom. That does not open up. Bueno's got it. Bueno with the carom. That does open up. That scores. 3 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish. 2, 3, 1. Your prices will be up in a moment. Coming in first, post 2, Anderluck. Taking second, post 3, Bueno. Coming in third, post 1, Diaz. 2-3-1 is the official order finish for our second game. Your prices will be posted in just a moment. And we're just waiting for our prices from game number 2. Prices will be posted in just a moment. Your moment's up. There they are. The Quinella 2-3. That's first and second, finishing in any order. That's 2-3 or 3-2. $4.60. Lots of people apparently cashing that. Quinella. Trifecta 2-3-1. That's first, second, and third place finishing. $76.20. Up next, Game 3. It's our first doubles game of the afternoon. A spectacular 7 doubles match played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are 2 scratches in Game 3. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron. Replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron. Replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden. Replace Jedden with Fred. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden. Replace Jedden with Fred. Post time for game number 3, 8 minutes away. Good luck.
And Stu, just going back to game number 2, there's someone that really struggled those first couple of weeks, pouring it on today. Number 22, Bueno. Bueno already 2 wins, 2 places on the day. And just from my perspective, you can touch on this a little bit more. It seems that Bueno is just so much looser out there. You know, even in that game in particular, he threw that 2-wall. I mean, the fact that he had, was throwing that probably last week, wouldn't have been doing that, not really winning. You don't really feel comfortable and you don't really get into a rhythm. Now you saw him throw a couple caroms. He threw that 2-wall. He's really just, really just getting more comfortable out there at this part of the season. So good to see that from him.
That is one of the things that's always been unique to Jai-Alai. Of course, you do see it in other sports, but the best players are the most consistent players. I mean, you could have all the skills in the world, all the power in the world. Doesn't make a difference without consistency. You want to see the same thing day in and day out. Now, it's important to note that Magic City Jai-Alai is obviously different than most other professional Jai-Alai, in that most players don't come to professional ranks with less than 3 to 5 years of amateur experience, tournament play, and then you start in the early games, work your way up. When Magic City changed from dogs to Jai-Alai, the decision was made that we would train players literally from scratch.
Yeah,
like
no experience.
No experience. We did this by attracting folks out of the University of Miami, former athletes. In fact, one of them, Jedden, of course, as we like to say, has a Super Bowl ring from the 2006 Colts. So the majority of our players are former college and professional athletes trained to play Jai-Alai beginning in January of 2018. Our first year was 2018. Last year, 2019, was our second season. We just began our third season. So the most experience any of our players has is 3 years. And when you take a player like Lamonte retired out of the Coast Guard, so he just started last year.
Yeah, a couple of years.
He just had his first year last year. CRB, who came out of the University of Miami, he of course just started last year. So when you talk about consistency, you're not going to at this early stage, you're not going to see consistency day in and day out across the board. You're just not going to see that. Now we do see that for the most part with Douglas.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things also that's been fairly unique to Jai-Alai, in that people will often say, well, no, what's wrong with this guy? Yesterday he won 3 games in a row. He didn't miss a ball. I'm sure he was waxing his car in between games. I'm sure he was right on the money.
Usual, yeah.
What happened? Well, they're human.
Yeah.
And he woke up and maybe the dog went to the bathroom and there's any number of reasons why someone could be distracted. And the slightest distraction can throw you off for a point, a game, or the entire performance.
Yeah.
So Bueno, he knew that he hadn't gotten a win in the very beginning, and that was obviously playing in his head, increasing his pressure. He came in this week and has just played extremely relaxed. This is our first day back from 3 days of rest. So rest, relaxation, clearing your head, positive attitude, just feeling good, all of it plays into it.
Yeah, and we noticed that from another guy too, Lamonte also. First couple of weeks, I think he did have a win, but not many appearances in the money there. And today, another guy here. Let's look at he's got a win, he's got a place. And so those two guys, Bueno and Lamonte, certainly picked it up to start week 3 of singles play. Both of those guys were struggling out of the gates, but a long season to sort of get the feet under themselves. And as you mentioned, all these guys are still learning, so it's a confidence thing, and it's with any sport. A lot of people listening probably don't have professional experience playing sports, but when you do, I use the golf example a lot, but a lot of regular everyday people tend to play golf, and you can arrive at the course one day and you can have a swing thought in your head and you say, I'm going to work on this today. And then, like you're saying, there's outside factors. You get out there and, you may not have good lies. So there's a bunch of little things that you may not see on TV. And, it's just such a fast game that just the slightest mistake, there's not a lot of room for error. The slightest mistake is, the difference between getting a point and sitting back on the bench.
We have 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes to the beginning of Game 3. There are 2 scratches in Game 3. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Fred. Game 3, post 6, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Fred. Post time now, less than 2 minutes away. And for those of you who are new to the signal in this type of doubles that we play here, as opposed to front quarters being front quarters and playing with different back quarters each game, these players are playing with each other in assigned teams for $10,000 in prize money. Now, there's prize money in each game. So every time they come in first, players win $100. And yes, that's doubled in the doubles. So it's $200 for a win in doubles. But when the season ends at the end of June, the number 1 doubles team out of these groups playing win $10,000. Second place gets $5,000. And players are paired, stronger player with a weaker player. So we take the case of Douglas. Yes, they both did start last year, Douglas and Lamonte. But Douglas is as close to a phenom as you'll ever see. And so Douglas won the championship singles, 2 doubles championships last year, as well as clearly most wins. He was all over the court and just absolutely dominating. So he's paired with Lamonte. Lamonte's first year was last year. So Lamonte being the weaker of the 2 players. Same thing when you look at Carballo and Juice. Carballo, one of our more dominant players, Juice, one of our weaker players, and that's the way these teams are handicapped.
And if you're wondering why you haven't seen some of these guys, the stronger players, those will be playing more in those later singles matches, games 8 and 9. So if you want to check those guys out in singles action by themselves, to wait around till those last few games to check it out. 0 minutes on the clock. Game 3, ready to begin.
There's the whistle. It's time to begin Game 3, the first of our 3 doubles games this afternoon. This game is played to 7 points. All points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts post 1, we have Bueno in Tennessee. Receiving in the blue post 2, Asier and Kubala. There's the serve. We begin Game 3. That made it just above the rail. Here's Asier. Tennessee from the 11 line on the forehand. Kubala makes the catch. Back from the right side he comes. Ball missed in the backcourt, point 2. 2 first up on the board in our third game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts at post 3, CRB and Vuelo. Vuelo. Strong backhand. Kubala catches it in the air. Throws it back. Vuelo on the forehand. Difficult catch. What a catch by Vuelo. Good catch by Asier. Vuelo again from the forehand. Karam does not open up. Kubala's got it in the backcourt. He overthrew it. That hit the top rail. Point 3. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the green shirts at post 4. Rock substituting for Ron El Barba. Backhand by El Barba. Catch by Vuelo. Vuelo clips the side wall. El Barba picada. Big bounce. Brought down by Vuelo. Catch by El Barba. There's a reverse 2-all. That scores. Point 4. Black shirts of post 5, Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck knocked it down at the 7 line, point 4. Under serve. Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7. That was short. Point 6. This matchup has Cool Fitness serving to the pink shirts at post 7, Juice and Carballo. Backhand by Carballo. Fred hangs in there to throw the rebote. Carballo goes hard to the inside. Catch by Carballo. Hard to the inside again. Fred, in and out of the cesta. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirts, post 8, Lamonte and Douglas receive. Douglas, low runner to the inside. Catch by Douglas. Powerful forehand follows. Douglas, catch. Karam for the high bounce. Juice picked it out of the air. Here's Douglas from the 12 line. High and hard forehand picked by Carballo. Catch by Lamonte. Karam by Lamonte is off the court. 0.7. That completes the first round of play. All points and matchups are now double. First to return, post 1, Bueno in Tennessee. Over serve, 0.1. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to post 2, Asier and Kubala. Ball tipped by Asier in the front court. 0.1. Bueno's now serving to the white shirts at post 3, CRB and Vuelo. Tennessee from the forehand. Comes back on the right side. Vuelo at the wall. Good catch by Tennessee. Back to the inside. Vuelo with another good catch on the forehand. Long carom. Scores. 0.3. Black shirts at post 5 receive. Diaz and Anderluck. Powerful backhand. Caught by Vuelo. Forehand rebote by Anderluck. Vuelo on the run. Makes the catch. Anderluck from the forehand. Powerful forehand goes back. Vuelo with a swing and a miss at the 8 line. 0.5. Green shirts at post 4 receive. Rock and El Barba. Backhand by El Barba. Here's Anderluck. Over the top on the right side. Picada means big bounce. El Barba. Excellent effort to try to make that rebote. Beautiful throw by Anderluck. Will score. 0.5. Our next matchup has Diaz serving to the yellow shirts at post 6. Cool Fitness and Fred. Fred from the forehand. Cortada. Anderluck catches it on the run. Sends it back. Rebote coming out to Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness makes the rebote. Anderluck with a drop ball at the 9 line. Wow. Must have been thinking about the throw. 0.6. Post 8 receives. Powerful, powerful throw by Douglas. Cool Fitness on the run. He makes the rebote. Douglas in position. Douglas on the backhand. Cool Fitness on the catch. Catch in the front court by Lamonte. Off the court it goes. 0.6.
Yeah, those were working for him in singles too, and doubles a little bit wide on both of them.
Possible game point for the yellow shirts post 6. Cool Fitness and Fred trying to stop them. Juice, Carballo. Ball tipped in the front court. That is point and game, and some socially distanced celebration for the yellow shirts at post 6. Cool Fitness and Fred. 1 serves to 5. This is for second and third place. Anderluck with a juggle and a drop. Point and place to post 1, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish 6-1-5. Results from Game 3 are official as posted. Coming in first, post 6, Cool Fitness and Fred. Taking second, post 1, Bueno and Tennessee. Coming in third, post 5, Diaz and Anderluck. Your prices will be up in just a moment. There are your prices for game number 3. The Quinella 1-6, that's 1-6 or 6-1, $59.20. The trifecta 6-1-5, that's first, second, and third place finishing, $572.60. And when you see the board and it looks like that, there is no number next to the win. That means that no one had 6 to win, so 1 to win, returning $2.40. That's a consolation payoff. No one had the 6 to win, so it's 1 to win, returning $2.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 4, Spectacular 7. Singles match, played to 7 points, points double after the first round of play.
Fortunately, scratch-free. 4th game, Stu. How about that? And before we get into game number 4, we've got another video for you all. This one talks a little bit about winning and losing, how you do each in this sport. Take a look.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that was a little bit on winning and losing in Jai-Alai. And Stu, in that 3rd game, game number 3, an unlikely of doubles teams, takes the win. The team of not Jedden. Jedden is scratched. Cool Fitness played with Fred. So one of those teams that was a scratch pairing. So when that happens and one of those teams wins, they do not count towards the overall wins for doubles play, meaning that obviously Jedden and Cool Fitness, they are partners together. Jedden has been scratched the past couple of performances with a back injury, so that win won't count for the team of Cool Fitness and Jedden. That's just a win. The prize money will be paid out to both of those players. And that win just goes to the field. Think about it that way. It's just an open win. Doesn't really get assigned to anyone. So standings remain the same. After our first doubles game of the afternoon, Tennessee and Bueno still atop the leaderboard. Ikeda and Fred, 3. Douglas and Lamonti, 3. Tied for 2nd place.
We're about 4 minutes away from our 4th game. Game 4, just 4 minutes away.
So, Stu, we had these player profiles that some of these guys have been working on. Tennessee, one of the few that filled it out pretty.
See, it's not just me. You see, it's not just me. Just look, one of the responsibilities that I have is enforcing discipline back here. Means occasionally giving a fly. So we asked them to fill something out, and not everyone did it. What kind of crap is that?
Well,
and they're great guys. To a man, this is a fantastic roster. Very competitive, very professional. Just they need the whip.
Not
so you give me a list of who didn't fill it out. I'll make sure they're filled out.
Well, we'll crack the whip this time. We'll give you that full list. After the performance, we had 6 people that filled it out after last week. A whopping 7 have now filled it out. Wow. Really, that one person really went out of their way this week. That was Vuelo that filled it out. So nice, Vuelo. We got one more, but back to Tennessee. I found this pretty interesting. Tennessee, one of the guys, we have a lot of University of Miami, college athletes. Tennessee actually pitched in the Montreal Expos organization in minor league baseball. But interesting fact about Tennessee, he wrote in his own words, out of high school, I was a better ice hockey player than baseball. That's one reason he ended up being a walk-on. So a lot of these guys...
We see that's interesting because Tennessee was a pitcher on the 99 national champion Hurricane team.
Yep. Yeah. National championship winning team. You see a lot of guys make transitions of sports that, maybe make a little more sense. Hockey guys maybe go to golf, hockey. The hockey to baseball, I mean, you have football. I'm trying to think of some of the better examples of guys like Bo Jackson, football, baseball, Deion Sanders, football, baseball. A weird combo to kind of go from hockey to baseball, not really, one using a stick kind of on the ground, one you're throwing with completely different sports, but Tennessee, very athletic guy. That's something I didn't know about him. I don't know if you knew that, Stu. Didn't realize he was such a hockey fanatic.
He did mention it. When we've been talking about trying to fix the hitch in his right side, it's from both baseball and hockey before that. It's just his natural instinct to bend the elbow when he's following through takes so much. I mean, he would easily be the hardest thrower on the roster if it weren't for that hitch. But it's a little difficult to work through. Yeah. I mean, obviously very difficult. We're in year 3 with Tennessee. And again, though, have to say, it's hard to get frustrated with him because he is easily the nicest guy on the roster.
Easily the nicest guy by a mile. And his favorite quote, I love being married. So that makes sense there, of course.
Even his wife says he's too nice.
Yeah. That's when you know. That's really when
Then again, from what I understand, I was told that, no, she knows that he's not quite so nice, but I don't see it.
Yeah, no one buys it back here still.
We're ready to begin Game 4, a spectacular 7. Singles match, play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1 is Juice. Receiving the blue at post 2, Tennessee. Juice serves. We begin Game 4. Tennessee from the forehand. Point 2. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's Fred. Catch by Fred. Backhand stays away from the sidewall. Fred on the catch. Soft touch. Gonna score for Fred. Point 3. Our next matchup has Fred serving to the green shirt at post 4. Here's CRB. Off the tip of the cesta the ball goes. Point 3. Good serve by Fred. Here's the black shirt at post 5. Lamonte receives. Powerful throw by Lamonte. Good catch by Fred. Good catch by Lamonte on the forehand. Back to the inside he goes. Here's Fred. Lamonte comes over the top to the inside. That scores off the tip of Fred Cesta. Point 5. Here's post 6. The yellow shirt. Assier receives. Underserve. Point 6. Here is the pink shirt of post 7, Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness on the backhand. That stays away from the overhead screen. Rebote by Asier. It's a 2-all. Caught by Cool Fitness. Carom by Cool Fitness. Lands out. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirt of post 8, Vuelo. Vuelo with a good catch coming off the side wall. Asier from the 10 line. Backhand. Rebote comes out. Vuelo. That's a good effort by Vuelo to try to make that rebote. It fell short of the front wall. Point 6. Asier is on the board with 3 points. He's now serving to the returning a 1 post in the red shirt, Juice. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. Catch by Juice. Hard throw by Juice. Point 1. One is on the board with 2 points and serving 2. The 2 post in the blue shirt. Tennessee receives. Juice running back to make the catch. Low and hard. Picked up by Tennessee. Backhand by Tennessee to the inside. Scores. Point 2. Now receiving. Post 4 on the green shirt. CRB. Rebote is up. Played from the left side of Tennessee. 2-all. Stopped, but not held on to by CRB. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirt of post 2, Tennessee. Trying to stop him. Post 3. Fred? That ball died coming off the side wall. That is point and game to the blue shirt of post 2, Tennessee. Tennessee wins it. 6 comes in second. It's a playoff for third place. Juice serves Fred. Fred makes the catch. Hard throw by Fred to the outside. Juice has it. Juice sends it back. Third place finish for the red of post 1, Juice. Unofficial order finish 2-6-1. Your prices will be up in a moment. It's official. Coming in first, post 2, Tennessee. Taking second, post 6, Asier. Coming in third, post 1, Juice. There's the Quinella, 2-6. That's first and second in any order, $14.20. The trifecta, 2-6-1, $253 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 5. That's the second of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. The next game is played to 7 points. All points double after the first round of play. That's spectacular 7 scoring. There are 2 scratches in Game 5. Game 5, post 7, scratch Ron Ron, replace Ron Ron with Anderluck. Game 5, post 7, scratch Ron Ron, replace Ron Ron with Anderluck. Also, Game 5, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Bueno. Game 5, post 8, scratch Bueno, scratch Jedden rather, replace Jedden with Bueno. Post time for Game 5, 8 minutes away. 8 minutes till post in Game 5.
And Stu there for Tennessee, 5th win, number 5 in the singles season, along with 9 places and 9 shows for Tennessee. Obviously like to finish in the money, but those place and show statistics means that he's leaving a little bit on the board, so minimizing here at the start of his 2020 season, but still with 5 wins in the money, a total of 51%. So over 50% of his games he's finishing in the top 3, and that's total appearances. So out of his 45 games he's played in, 23 of those he has come in the money. So a solid start to the season for Tennessee. We were just talking about him. Transitioned from a hockey player to a baseball player, and then a baseball player to a highlight player. In just a couple of years, he made that transition from hockey to baseball. So still young in his development, if that's any indication. Still young in his development as a highlight player. Maybe garner a little extra strength. One thing that he's certainly looking to get, he minimizes his Stu. You were just talking about, probably minimizes on his power a little bit compared to, a guy of his proportions, really. And that's just, you said, the throwing motion with, baseball. It kind of, baseball, hockey is other sports. He hasn't really gotten comfortable totally with that throwing motion yet. So still room to improve for Tennessee. Get a lot better. 5 wins, 9 places, 9 shows. Solid start to the season for him, Steve.
Absolutely. Tennessee's one of the more reliably consistent players. For the most part, he doesn't go on tears. And on a day-to-day basis, what you see is what you get. Some slow starts. Overall, looking at Game 5, Levante and Douglas in post 1 is obviously significant. It's one of the best players and one of the best post positions. Same thing with Juice and Carballo. El Barbum, again, when you consistently look at these doubles games, there is no one that really stands out. Obviously Douglas in post 1 is something that you can't not pay attention to. But the same thing with Carballo in post 2. Then, of course, the 2 scratches, we have Rock with Anderluck and Cool Fitness with Bueno.
I was going to say the team of Cool Fitness and Fred, kind of a surprising victory there. You give, the team of Cool and Bueno a little bit of an advantage compared to that team. So if they can win out of the 6 in Game 3, really with these doubles games, just down the line, just so competitive. All these teams, you mentioned the post position is a big factor as well, but all these teams are just so consistent down the line, and that's something at the beginning of last season there was a bit of a disparity sometimes amongst those top and bottom level players, and really now you see more of a team game, and that's really it. Doubles is meant to be played with 2 players on each team, and sometimes it was a little more of an Australian doubles last year in tennis where it's sometimes 2 against 1. We talked about earlier that is certainly not the case here in year 2. A lot of guys playing more unselfishly, letting both players get into the action, which makes it a lot more fun, a little faster paced than that singles play, just more movement in general, a lot more chaotic.
Well, chaos was that chaotic.
Chaos.
That was year 1. There's no question that was year 1. It was a joke behind the scenes that we were playing all singles, and it was sometimes rough.
Yeah,
it was sometimes rough to watch, just kind of sometimes rough. And again, that's not taking anything away from these players. We asked them to do quite a bit. Yeah. I mean, here's a cesta. This is what you do. Here's 6 months of training. By the way, you'll be a professional in 6 months.
And some of you put it on your other hand, of course.
But so JR, the player manager, Juan Ramon Arasate, Ara, and I were dragging our feet for doubles. We just, Scott would come in and he'd say, "So, do you think how about doubles?
Yeah.
How about doubles in 2 weeks?" It's like, yeah, I don't think we're quite there. I don't think we're quite there.
No.
And then one day we just got to admit, yeah, we're starting doubles in 2 weeks, and it was like, I'm not particularly religious. I do very much believe in prayer, but there was a lot of praying involved with that. No question about it. I was like, someone's going to get killed for sure. There's no question about it.
Had to turn the back room into a little prayer room.
There's a great
those games.
there's a great video. In fact, it is online. I don't even know where to tell you to find it. There was a practice last year where we got the players so well trained to get out of the way.
Oh boy!
So that it was a practice, and last year, Kubala was recording some of the practices. And I know that Kubala was on the court and Carballo was on the court, and Carballo was winding up. And so there were only 4 guys on the court. All 3 of them ducked the 3 not. It was hysterical. But that's what I want to see. That's really what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because it would be easy enough just to say that, some of our players, especially, ones who are of lesser skill level, that it's their skills that create the danger. It's not entirely true. Yeah, you do develop reflexes in highlight, regardless of the size of the court, regardless of the speed of the ball. As you become comfortable, you kind of know where the ball's going. Mm-hmm. You kind of know where someone's going to throw it. But also the fact that we're only 120 feet, and the weakest guy on this roster throws hard.
Yeah, right.
So there's absolutely no question that the speed of the ball combined with how short the court is by comparison. And if you're not familiar with traditional highlight, we're at 120 feet here. Miami's 176, Dania's 178.
Yeah.
We have 1 minute to go till the beginning of Game 5, the second of our 3 doubles games. There's a scratch. Game 5, post 7, scratch Ron Ron, replace Ron Ron with Anderluck. Game 5, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Bueno. We are ready to begin Game 5, a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1, Lamonte and Douglas. Blue at post 2, Juice and Carballo. Lamonte serves. We begin Game 5. Point 2. White shirts at post 3 receive. That'll bring to the court El Barba and Ben.
Barber repairing his cesta quickly. See him in the cage there. Will be on the court in just a moment. And there he is. Ready to get back to the action.
And Ben was tapping on the window like an idiot, then he just dropped the ball. Impressive, Ben. Point 2. Had he been a little bit more concerned with catching the ball, might have gone differently. Green shirts at post 4 receive. CRB and Vuelo. CRB picked the serve but threw it in the overhead screen. Point 2. Black shirts at post 5, Fred and Ikeda receive. This ball died coming off of the side wall. And scored. Point 2. Choose on the board with 4 points. Yellow shirts at post 6 receive Asier and Kubala. Strong reverse by Kubala. Robote left side. Picked off on the catch by Kubala. Nice catch. Picada cut off by Carballo. Kubala with a nice forehand Robote save. Kubala, excellent effort. Ball goes to the outside and out of play. Point 2. Two with 5 straight points, now receiving. Pinka post 7. Rocks in the front, Anderluck substitutes for Ron in the back. Picada, the big bounce, cut off on the forehand of Carballo. Anderluck makes the save, falls short. Point 2. Straight points to a possible game point here for the blue of post 2. Juice and Carballo trying to stop them post 8. Cool Fitness and Bueno. Bueno on the catch. Carballo forehand. Hard to the inside. Bueno on the backhand. Robote thrown hard to the inside. Bueno takes it in the air. Split placement. Scooped but missed. That's point. And a perfect game to the blue shirts of post 2. Juice and Carballo. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll play off 4 second and third place. 1 first serves to 3. Ben on the catch. Strong backhand. Taken in the air by Douglas. Douglas comes over the top. What a scoop. Never had control of the ball. Point 3. Three has 2 points, 3 serves, 2 posts, 4. Buello from the forehand. El Barba from the 7 line. Hard backhand. Robote coming to CRB. CRB puts it inside. El Barba rather steps in. Robote to the inside. Ball missed. Point 4. 4 has 2 points. They serve 2. Post 5 in this continuing playoff. Fred and Ikeda receive. Overserve. Point 5. 5 serves. Post 6. Here's Asier and Kubala. Catch by Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. Here's Kubala. Kubala, Picada. Picada, the big bounce play, cut off on the forehand of Ikeda. Kubala comes back. Here's Ikeda from the 10 line. Kubala from the backhand. Nice rebote by Acier. Ikeda's there, dropped it. Caught it, but did not maintain control. Point 6. 6 serves to post 7. Returning to the court is Rock and Anderluck. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a playoff for second and third place. Anderluck on the backhand. Here's Kubala. Anderluck, forehand rebote. Here's Acier. Rock going for rebote, missed it. Point 6. Here's post 8. It's a possible place point for Acier and Kubala. Excellent catch by Bueno. Strong backhand. Acier called for the rebote, plays it nicely to the inside. Here's Bueno. Kubala from the forehand. Great catch by Cool Fitness, and that's a strong backhand. Cool Fitness, forehand rebote, nice touch. Here's Acier. Cool Fitness read it, stopped it, returns it. Acier tipped it. Point 8. Play in the playoff continues. Here's post 1, Lamonte and Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Good catch by Bueno. Douglas on the backhand. Another powerful throw. Cool Fitness moving into place. Makes the rebote. Here's Douglas from the forehand. Bueno missed the rebote. Players running around each other and just kind of, wow. Yeah, that was different. I thought we got that out of our system last year. Point 1. Ben moves up to make the catch. Powerful reverse. What a catch by Douglas. Big right side, a little too powerful. That hit the overhead screen. Point 3. Three has 4 points and a possible place point for El Barba and Ben trying to stop them. Post 4, CRB and Vuelo. Beautiful serve by El Barba. Here's Vuelo. El Barba on the catch. There's the reverse. Rebote forehand by CRB. El Barba charging. Makes the catch. Tejada. See, if you communicate, you can avoid that.
And that's one of the C's, Stu.
Point and place. To post 3, 6 shows. Unofficial order of finish, 2-3-6. Wow. It wasn't necessarily a bad game. It was all over the place.
You know,
I mean, these guys know better than some of the stuff that they did. I mean,
yeah,
just
the front and back quarters crossing.
Just jumping on the lack of communication. Yeah, this was a sloppy game. I guess it wasn't necessarily bad. It was a sloppy game. Okie dokie. But sloppy or not, doesn't make a difference because the result is 2-3-6. 2 came in first. That's Juice and Carballo. They had a perfect game. Taking second, post 3, El Barba and Ben. Coming in third, post 6, Acier and Kubala. Prices are up. Quinella 2-3. Returns $66.60. The trifecta 236. $699 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 6, a spectacular 7. Singles match, play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There is a scratch. Game 6, post 1. Scratch Jedden. Replace Jedden with Vuelo. Game 6, post 1. Scratch Jedden. Replace Jedden with Vuelo. Game 6 will also close out today's Pick 3.
And taking a look at how that doubles game number 5 affects the standings now. Carballo and Juice, they had 2 wins, moved their way up into a tie now for second place. 3 teams locked in at 3 wins apiece. Logjam down there in second place, Stu. That'll probably be going all year long. In those tournaments last year, the doubles were particularly more competitive just because those tournaments are a little bit shorter, not as much time to maybe separate yourself from the pack. And also, we mentioned many a times, these teams a lot more competitive this year, up and down the board, just very consistent play. So definitely something to look out for. In about a month and a half when we get to the wire in these doubles seasons. We have 3 doubles tournaments that will be played throughout our full season here at Magic City Jai-Alai. That first doubles tournament will go pretty much through the end of June. June 27th, I believe, is the exact date. And at that point, we will start a new doubles tournament, new partners. That one will, not exactly sure what the date, it probably goes through about September, and then we'll have a third one from about September through the end of June, or end of November, and when the season will end. So that first doubles tournament got about a month and a half left of play. Tennessee and Bueno out of the gates, hot, 4 wins, 3 other teams in second place, 3 wins apiece. A lot of threes.
So now we need to see if we are able to regroup collectively and individually.
Yeah.
And get some more control.
It's just a matter in all sports or anything competitive, Stu, really. Sometimes just, taking a deep breath, taking your time, having a moment to yourself, just, remembering the basics. We talk about this all the time, but, it really comes down to it. When you're struggling, you just need to get back to the things that you know that you can do. The stuff just catching, just throwing it off the wall. You don't need to throw the caroms. You don't need to throw the 2 walls. You don't need to do anything crazy. You just need to get it back out there. And, as we've seen with guys like Bueno, once you start to rally those points together, those wins start to come, and then you start to throw those other shots. So, just if you're not really playing well and you're trying to go out there and maybe throw a carom or a 2-wall or trying to fire the serve in there, maybe just pump the brakes a little bit, go back to the basics, and, just get the ball in play. Keeping the ball in bounds is really as simple as it is.
That's expert analysis. It is. It's great. But realistically, I'm going to start drinking if they don't stop.
a little more R-rated analysis.
There's just no way that I could sit through this. I mean, that's one. It's exciting. It is exciting. I mean, there's no question that it's exciting. But nonstop excitement, not necessarily good for the nerves, especially when players are tripping over each other on the court.
Going back and forth, throwing each other, not what you want to see. But these guys, as we mentioned, a couple of the later game guys are those top-level players, so if ever there may be some sloppier play, probably in some of those earlier games. So hopefully these guys will clean it up here starting Game 6. And remember, a lot of them just a couple of years, 2 to 3 years at the most of professional experience. So
it is funny. Andrew Luck has, I always go back to the story. I think I just told it the other day, but he was invited to try out, and he came, and physically he was fine, but he had been friends with our player manager, Ara, for years.
Really?
Never knew what he did for a living.
Ara never knew.
No. Anderson.
Oh, he
Andrew
didn't know
Luck
that
had
he
no
was,
idea.
He was the highlight guy.
So he said, what's highlight? So, well, of course, Ara didn't say, well, I'm a world champion, and therefore,
sure.
this is what. Just basically said, come and try out. So Anderson was left-handed, was employed as a bartender with his eyes on going into the fire academy. And so, like we said, instead you got to do this. You got to put the cesta on the right hand. So first of all, he shook his head. Okay, I guess I can do that. And you got to learn how to play this foreign game. And but sure enough, the most interesting thing about Anderson in terms of how he plays is his right side, by any standard. I don't care if you've been watching 10 minutes. I don't care if you've been watching 30 years. His right side is beautiful. His forehand is absolutely beautiful. And he's left-handed.
Yeah.
So you'll see players who are left-handed who have passable right sides.
Yeah, a guy like Diaz in particular doesn't throw the right side. Another guy that's left-handed.
He's another left. Ben.
Yeah.
Ben also.
Right.
Ben is very left, and the way he's worked his catching, specifically on his left side, has been impressive. Yeah. So no one in the first year had any highlight experience on the roster. In the second year, Kubala came in. Kubala had played for about 14 years as an amateur only, but hadn't played as much recently. He was in he was at FAU on
college golfer
on the golf team.
Absolutely.
Oh, have you challenged him yet?
We went to Top Golf as a team. That's the only time we've ever gotten out on the course together. Not even a real course, but we'll have to do that. Now he would definitely definitely hold his own.
We're ready to begin game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. All points will double after the first round of play. Serving. Red shirt at post 1. Substituting for Jedden is Wello. Receiving blue post 2, El Barba. Wello serves. We begin game 6. It's an excellent catch by Wello. He goes deep. El Barba looks for the rebote. Got fancy with it. Threw a 2-wall rebote. That was beautifully executed by El Barba. Point 2.
Yeah, that one may be making an appearance in the recap later this week. What a shot from El Barba. Wow.
That sets up our next matchup. El Barba serves to Anderluck in the white at post 3. Nice backhand by Anderluck. El Barba juggled it, dropped it. Point 3. Here's Cool Fitness on the backhand. Rebote, it's a 2-all, lands in beautifully, stopped by Cool Fitness. He got it, but had to get rid of it before holding it. A little too much pressure there, missed the throw. Point 3. Anderluck serving with 2 points to the black shirt of post 5. Here's Ikeda. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That past the 7. This point goes to post 5. Ikeda serves 2. Post 6. Yellow shirt. Bueno. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Catch by Bueno. He winds up. 2-all. This one caught way too much of the side wall. Off the court, 0.5. I'll bring to the court the pink shirt of post 7. Here's Ben. Big backhand by Ben. Caught in the air by Ikeda. Ben for the rebote. Ikeda from the 9 line. What a catch by Ben. He kept that cesta in constant motion. That was not holding. Rebote by Ben to the outside. Costado's going to score. Beautifully thrown by Ben. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 37, Tennessee. That serve stuck to the sidewall and scored. Point 7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 1, Willow. Willow does a good job taking that ball off the side wall. Here's Ben from the forehand. Willow from the 10 line. Ben going for it on the forehand. Just missed it. Point 1. Wong will serve again to the blue of post 2, El Barba. El Barba holds on to that ball. What a scoop by Vuelo. Don't even know how he did that. Vuelo going for it. Lands out of play. Point 2. Two on the board with 3 points. Here's post 4. Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness on the backhand. Catch by Cool Fitness. Carom by Cool Fitness does not open up. El Barba's on it. Barba tries to bounce it over Cool Fitness's head. He got bounced and it scored. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirt of post 2. El Barba trying to stop him. Anderluck. Ball missed off the serve. Point and game to the blue shirt of post 2, El Barba. 2 wins it. 5-7, 1 and 3 will pair off and play off for place and show. 5 first serves to 7. Catch by Ikeda. Carom by Ikeda. Here's Ben. Carom by Ben. Caught Ikeda flat-footed and scores. Point 7. 1 now serves to 3. The winner of this point meets 7 in the continuing playoff for show. Anderluck on the backhand. Vuelo with the catch. Catch by Anderluck on the scoop. Forehand to pass. Catch by Anderluck. Anderluck with a beautifully thrown carom. That scores. That was beautiful. Point 3. 7 serves 3. This is for place and show points. 2nd and 3rd place. Anderluck, powerful forehand to pass. Rebote forehand by Ben. Outside placement by Anderluck off the court. Point and place to post 7, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 2, 7, 3. It's official, coming in first, post 2, El Barba. Taking second, post 7, Ben. Coming in third, post 3, Anderluck. 2, 7, 3, the official order finish for Game 6. All right, well, that was better.
Yeah, definitely, better. Certainly the word there, Stu. El Barba, such a wild card on this roster. You see him play games like this where, he can play pretty well, and then he goes through stretches where he's just, kind of gets stuck in that run. It takes a while for him to get out. So just an interesting guy to watch. Started the season on the injured list and is back 2 wins already today. So a nice day for El Barba.
The pick 3, 2, 2, 2. 3 of 3 numbers returning $613.60. Quinella, 2, 7. That's 2, 7 or 7, 2. First and second in any order. Returning $60. The trifecta, 2, 7, 3. $220 even. Win and place prices looking decent. 2 to win, $19. 2 to place, $16.40. 7 to place, $16.40. Overall, nice pools. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, last 3 games of this afternoon performance. Games 7, 8, and 9. There are scratches in all of them. Reminder that Jedden and Ron are scratched in all their scheduled appearances today. That will affect our next game, Game 7. Game 7 post 3, the third and final doubles game in this afternoon performance. Game 7 post 3, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 7 post 3, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with CRB. Game 7 also closes out today's High Five. Post time for our 7th game. Just 8 minutes away. Good luck.
And taking a look at the singles standings after El Barba's win. Win number 2 on the week for El Barba gives him his 3rd of the season. El Barba, 3 wins now in 2020. Still at the bottom of the pack here. Obviously missed some time. He was sick at the beginning of last week. Came back 100% healthy before he could come back. So El Barba now on the board. 3 wins, 2 places, 2 shows. In the money, 7 of 35 times, one of the lowest percentages on this roster, but something worth mentioning, having to come back after being away, just the speed of the game, how fast it's moving, the slightest mistake could be the difference, as we say all the time, between staying on the court and making that vaunted walk back to the bench. But certainly with El Barba, a guy that last year went through a lot of stretches. He won a lot of games and then also kind of got stuck in a bit of a rut towards the end of last season. Guys like Douglas were playing a lot better. Ikeda and Ron started coming into the roster. So a little more talent. Kind of limited that, that money pool there for El Barba. Wasn't really getting in the win, wasn't placing that much, wasn't really showing, and obviously led to a little bit of frustration for him. So one of the guys, once he keeps, if he can keep a level head, that's sort of the key with him. If he can definitely stay on the court, keep a level head, just, throw it, be confident, be cool, be collected, be calm, all those things. That's a guy that has all the potential. Former football player at the University of Miami, one of the many former University of Miami athletes on the roster. So El Barba, we know, guy with all the athletic prowess in the world, can do it. Like to see him sort of string a couple of these games back together, and that'll certainly help once he's back out here and healthy, playing a full set of games this week. Stu, we've been mentioning a couple of the names of some of the guys that are on the injury report here at Magic City. Namely, Ron was saying he should be back soon. Well, injury report probably isn't the right term. He's just coming from California, medical clearance.
He just needs to be medically cleared to start the season.
And once he gets back, he'll be back. And then some other guys, names that we haven't really mentioned, Bradley, legend. And a guy like Bradley in particular, just, we've talked about a lot of these guys on the roster. Bradley, one of the more exciting players, in my opinion, will be excited when he returns, just based purely on his athletic ability. A guy that can, jump up. I mean, we've seen him jump what seems over half the wall on that side wall. I mean, he can get up there. He throws it hard. He's fast. I mean, he was a track athlete at Miami, so a guy with a ton of speed. So interesting to see, how he comes back here in year 3, Stu.
Yeah, no. And Bradley, of course, a high hurdler at University of Miami, record holder from what I understand.
Makes sense.
He's out with a knee injury and just kind of chronic knee issues, unfortunately, there. Legend, who actually had an ACL replacement last year. But it was good to see him practicing between the matinee and the afternoon performance. So he was on the court. We expect him to be back June 1st. So those are our 2 longer-term scratches. Ron's just a question of as soon as we get his medical clearance, he'll be good to go. Jedden, coming back from back injury, he also practiced today. He'll be back in the program on Saturday. And one of the most common injuries in Jai-Alai, people say with the overuse issue of the wrist and the shoulders, you do see occasional torn rotator cuffs, labrum injuries. You do see those in Jai-Alai, but knees, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Knees, and here at Magic City, we've had an issue with ankles. We've had a couple ankle issues, especially Velo. Velo was out almost 6 months with an ankle injury.
Yeah.
But knees, and realistically, one of the main reasons why you're running around on concrete, you're running and planting.
Yeah, I was going to say, being such a quick sport, you see guys here, the costado, they could fake it. You're going one way, they catch you going another, just a quick plant, and, you see it in sports all the time. It's just, it's not necessarily the speed at which you're moving sometimes. It's just the awkwardness of that step can really make the difference.
You're absolutely right. The stomping and the planning and having to move puts a lot of wear and tear on knees.
Yeah.
And so if you come to this sport with knee issues, and we don't know that Legend did, but Bradley's had a history of knee issues, it'll definitely wear on it. There's absolutely no question about that. Yeah. One of the greatest singles players of all time, a player by the name of Assis at Miami, also a fan favorite, multi-time singles champion, particularly big player, very friendly player, chronic knee injuries, chronic knee issues, both knees. In fact, even though he's been retired for close to 30 years, just had knee replacement within the last couple years on one of them.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's always hard. You want to be back out on the court, and all these guys are so competitive, but, it's just you don't want to really ruin it or make it worse and have to be out longer. So definitely rest up, and we're happy to have them back here shortly at Magic City. Stu, take it away.
We have 3 games to go in this afternoon's performance. We now begin Game 7, a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving the red shirts, post 1, Fred and Ikeda. Receiving in the blue, post 2, Diaz and Anderluck. Fred serves. We begin Game 7. Ball knocked down by Ikeda. Point 2. Two serves, white shirts, a post 3. Cool Fitness, and substituting for Jedden is CRB. That's a powerful backhand throw by Cool Fitness to score. Beautifully thrown. Point 3. Green shirts at post 4 receive Lamonte and Douglas. Nice backhand throw by Douglas. Cool Fitness is there. Douglas from the forehand. Powerful, powerful forehand. Caught by Cool Fitness. Douglas again goes deep. Cool fitness from the backhand. Beautiful catch. Good catch by Lamonte. Excellent catch by Lamonte in the front court. Here's Cool Fitness with a drop ball. Well played by both teams, point 4. Lamonte with the rebote. Douglas, powerful backhand. Douglas on the catch. Hard throw. Carballo tipped it at the 11 line. Point 4. Here are the yellow shirts of post 6. El Barba and Ben. Ben on the catch. Powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote missed. Point 6. Here are the pink shirts of post 7. Asier and Kubala. Kubala moves up to make the catch. El Barba, nice rebote from the left side. Kubala's there. Ooh, Ben missed it. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts of post 8, Bueno and Tennessee. Tennessee on the backhand. Nice and hard to the inside. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, post 1, the red shirts, Fred and Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. Bueno cuts it off at the 8 line. Nice backhand. Here's Ikeda. Ikeda too hard, too high, out of play, point 8. Bueno and Tennessee have 3 points. They're serving to the blue of post 2, Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck from the forehand. Low and hard and inside, and scoring off the sidewall. Point 2. Here's post 3, the white shirts, CRB and Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness dropped it. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirts of post 2. Diaz and Anderluck trying to stop them. Post 5. Beautiful serve by Diaz. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 5. Juice now serves in this next matchup to Lamonte and Douglas. Catch by Douglas. Powerful, powerful forehand. Excellent catch by Douglas. Powerful backhand. Here's Carballo. Scoop attempt missed. Point 5. 5 has 4 points and serving to post 6, El Barba and Ben. El Barba picks the serve, rifles it outside. Juice has it, holds on to it. Great catch by Ben. Ben with a carom off the court. Point 5. Possible game point for the black shirts at post 5. Juice and Carballo trying to stop them. Asier and Kubala. Kubala with a big reverse. Carballo running all the way up to the 4 line and threw it into the overhead screen anyway. Point 7. 7 has 3 points. Play continues. Receiving post 1, Fred and Ikeda. Catch by Kubala. Ikeda with a hop makes the catch. Forehand throw by. How he caught that, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever.
Wow. If they can get the replay, they may need the replay for that. Wow.
No one knows what that was.
Ball just found the cesta.
Point 7. Possible game point for here's post 8. Asier with a tip ball, point 8. Play continues. And the helmet goes flying. 8 on the board with 5 points. Possible game point for the 8. Trying to stop them. Cool Fitness and CRB. Catch by Tennessee. Powerful throw by Cool Fitness. That's a beautiful throw by Cool Fitness that stays inside and scores. Nicely played. Point 3.
Yeah, tough to get the last point in this one, Stu.
3 has 3 points, but returning with possible game point, Diaz and Anderluck. Point 3. Possible game point, white shirts opposed 3, CRB and Cool Fitness. Powerful forehand by Douglas. CRB, Rebote save. Douglas will back to the 12 line, makes the catch on the forehand. Blasts another forehand. What a catch by Cool Fitness. That's excellent. Douglas for the Rebote. Hard to the inside he goes. Here's Cool Fitness. Reverse 2-all scores for Cool Fitness for the win. Point end game. White shirts a post 3. CRB and Cool Fitness. 3 wins it. 5 places. 7 serves to 8. This is show point.
Yep.
Point and show, post 8, Bueno. And Tennessee. 3-5-8, unofficial order of finish. .358 was the official order of finish, and there's some questions apparently out there about the ball that we use. The ball is made of plastic. It's a solid pour. They're made in Spain. They're actually heavier than the traditional Jai-Alai ball. I think we're at 131 grams. Not exactly. I know what it is. I just don't have it in front of me as far as the grams. But it is heavier than a Jai-Alai ball. It's more dense than a lacrosse ball. So it's harder than a lacrosse ball, heavier than a Jai-Alai ball. We went through a number of iterations before we found the proper ball that has the right play coming off of the glass. Like, for instance, we used this ball at Calder, and it was way too fast on the cement walls. Way too fast on the cement walls. So the ball is harder than a lacrosse ball. It is heavier than a Jai-Alai ball, and about the same size as a Jai-Alai ball. That gives us our prices for game number 8. The high five, 6, 2, 2, 2, 3. 4 of 5 numbers returning. $199.40 carryover jackpot. 3,700 and change. I'm saying change because I didn't see it before it rotated. The Canela, that's first and second in any order. That's 3-5 or 5-3. $3-5 or 5-3, 4120. Consolation and trifecta, 3-5 all. Once again, 3-5 all, returning $342.60. That is an impressive win. Again, $2 wager. If you bet $2 on 3 to win, it returned $34.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 8. A spectacular 7 singles match. We have 2 singles games left in today's performance, a 7-point game and a 9-point game. Game 8 rather, play 2 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Two scratches in Game 8. Game 8, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Bueno. Game 8, post 4, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Bueno. Game 8, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Anderluck. Game 8, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Anderluck. And further clarification, the walls, the front wall and the back wall, are actually 2 solid frames of glass with membrane in between them. So it's the equivalent of heavy duty impact glass. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's any type of bulletproof because I'm certainly not going to test it.
No.
And it's highly doubtful that it is, but it's 2 very thick panes of glass. So when you have a ball that's harder than a lacrosse ball and about the same size as a traditional Jai-Alai pelota, that'll give you an idea of what we're playing with. And the sidewall is actually composite panels. Up next, Game 8, with its 2 scratches. Game 8 closes out the Mighty Ocho.
See, that's
177 people watching? Wow.
100, 179, 78.
I saw the other day, oddly enough, I saw someone had chimed in from the Netherlands.
I saw that too. Unbelievable. International listener. It's awesome.
Folks
Global
from
game.
the Netherlands love their Jai-Alai.
Is it?
No question about that.
Is that?
No.
No. I was gonna say. I know that.
Maybe.
I
mean, it could be a new thing. No. Primarily, no. When you think about Jai-Alai, you think about the home country, which is
right.
Spain, but specifically the Basque country in Spain.
Yeah.
They do have in fact, 2 courts. One traditional, one very old outdoor court that was just redone in Madrid, and they play, of course, in Barcelona as well. France, but the Basque country in France. So primarily you think of Biarritz, Saint-Jean-Luz. Then outside of there, you go to Mexico. Very popular in, obviously, Mexico. Cuba, prior to the government changing there in the 60s. You have other spots in South and Central America that have Jai-Alai courts on them.
No, I was going to say we got someone else checking in from Ireland also. How about that?
Wow.
We got more than one international viewer. How about that?
Well, welcome. And we hope you're doing well over there. We hope everybody's doing well. These are bizarre times. It's like someone had actually sent me a text message. They got my number from someone else and said, "So is this new with the pandemic?" It's like, no, we didn't invent this. No, we've
the walls
been here.
are up. Yeah, we need
here.
these, or else Stu and I might be taking some shots to the face back here.
No, we have been here. We have been here. But wow, wherever you're from,
Philly, Philly, of course.
Thank you very much.
Brotherly love, sure. Ireland. Never been. Have you been to Ireland?
Yes.
I've never been to Ireland.
No,
I feel
I
like it'd be a
actually.
fun place.
No, England, not Ireland.
Yeah, England I've been to. Ireland, you got to check it out. I feel like it'd be pretty fun. Good people I met there. One of my friends studied abroad in Ireland. That's the only knowledge of Ireland I have. Said it was a fantastic time. Great country. This is not just, his name's DJ Hype. We're not trying to hype him up here. Really, really a good country. So thanks for watching out there in Ireland. I saw the name, DJ Hype. That's great.
I know some of our friends in Spain will. Is anybody watching? No one's watching in Spain. No one in the Basque country's watching. No, of course they are.
Is there anywhere? You were talking about Spain, France, Mexico, South. Is there anywhere else in the world where it is played? Like anywhere, or are those just really the main places?
That's really it. When you think of where the Spanish went and conquered,
that's the extent of it. Yeah.
Exactly. They took their ball sports with them. We have 1 minute to go till we begin Game 8. Game 8 is going to begin in just 1 minute. Final reminder of the two scratches. Game 8, post 4, scratch Ron Ron, replace Ron Ron with Bueno. Game 8, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Anderluck. We now begin Game 8 in this 9-game performance. 2 games left. Game 8 is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. All points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is number 23, Ikeda. Receiving in the blue at post 2, number 7, Ben. Ikeda serves. We begin Game 8. Powerful backhand by Ben. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Nice pickup by Ben. That does not cut out. Ikeda cuts it off. Ben going for it on the left side. Missed. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's number 13, Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas and a great catch by Ikeda. Difficult forehand rebote thrown about 1,000 miles an hour. That escaped to the overhead screen. Point 1. Our next matchup has Ikeda serving to the green shirt of post 4. Substituting for Ron Ron is Bueno. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Bueno's got it on the left side. There's the reverse. Rebote, left side by Ikeda. Here's Bueno. Low and hard, picked up by Ikeda. Bueno from the backhand. Back to the inside. Scoop by Bueno. Point 1. Ikeda has 3 points. He serves to the black shirt of post 5. Number 77, El Barba receives. Big backhand by El Barba. Ikeda, forehand rebote falls short of the front wall. Point 5. Our next matchup has El Barba's serving. 2, Carballo in the yellow shirt of post 6. Big backhand by Carballo. Rebote coming out. El Barba's got it. Carballo with a hop makes the catch. Had the cesta there, could not complete the catch. Point 6. Carballo's now serving to the pink shirt of post 7. Here's Kubala. Big reverse by Kubala. Carballo winding up. Sends it back. Cut off in the air by Kubala. Kubala kind of overthrew this, what he wanted to do. Good ball tipped. He thinks a carom might have been coming. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirt of post 8. Anderluck receives. Ball goes off Anderluck. Cesta. Point 6. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, Ben in post 2, the blue shirt. Big backhand by Ben.
Nice.
Had a face full of Carballo, could not make that catch. Point 2. Here's post 3, Douglas.
And that point goes to the 3. Folks, bear with us for a moment. We have a score correction that we need to get figured out. We are working on that. We'll be with you momentarily. And we're back. 3 serves 4. I'll take a moment to change. There it is.
And scores correct. We're ready to begin. Douglas serves to Bueno. Bueno started pretty far back from that one. Point 3. Douglas has 4 points. He serves to post 1. Returning is Ikeda. That's a beautiful rebote thrown by Douglas. Ikeda for the rebote. Douglas from the left side. Rebote to the inside. Ikeda on the run. Forehand rebote saved by Ikeda. Here's Douglas. Outside placement. Ikeda read it. Stopped it. Returned it. Got it over Douglas's head. Douglas for the diving save on the rebote. Here's Ikeda from the 9 line. Karam does not open up. Douglas has it on the left side. Back to the inside it goes. Point 3. Well played by both players.
I think any of us would have been frustrated, Ikeda, especially putting in that type of effort. Wow, Douglas just too good on that point there.
Possible game point for Douglas in post 3. Trying to stop him. El Barba. ball missed. Point and game to the white shirt of post 3, Douglas. 6 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish 3, 6, 1. Results from Game 8 are official. Coming in first, Post 3, Douglas. Taking second, Post 6. Carballo coming in third, Post 1, Ikeda. 3-6-1 is the official order finish for Game 8. Nothing wrong with that play there.
You see guys diving all over the court. Douglas getting in a bit of a rhythm there. A lot of the good stuff we usually see here at Magic City Jai-Alai.
Absolutely, some fantastic catches, some fantastic throws, good court positioning, and there is a difference. I mean, there's definitely a difference between early game players, middle game players, late game players. No question about it.
Very cool.
The Mighty Ocho rolled around, so we'll say that when it comes back. $2 Quinella, 3-6, $27. That's 3-6 or 6-3, first and second in any order. Trifecta. Well, let's go to the Mighty Ocho. 1-2-6, 2-2-2, 3-3. 3 of 8 numbers returning $1.80. Trifecta 3-6-1, 172.80. Up next is our 9th and final game of the afternoon, a spectacular 9 superfecta match. Next game is played to 9. That's 9 points. All points double after the first round of play. Post time for game number 9. Just a few minutes away, and from what I'm told, we have Andrew?
Yes, looks like we're on game number 9. Game 9, that's Superfecta. Says Spectacular 9 under there. Well, it's going to be a little bit different. Here's a video explaining just how so. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
Doesn't she have an exciting voice?
It's awesome. You get it Spectacular 7
that
singles, you get the winning and losing, you get all
lovely
of it.
Lindsay. The lovely Lindsay. I mean, we say like she's, holding up, like she's doing a Vanna White, which she's not. She's actually in charge of the highlight
She's not
channel.
holding us hostage.
No, she's definitely
Absolutely.
not. No. But no, there's something about her voice. I think her voice is great.
Oh, it's cool. And the fact that, we have all this done for the highlight channel would not be possible without her. So definitely.
Or you have to give yourself credit. I mean, you're part of that highlight channel team. Me, I'm an old highlight hack that they just said, here, we want you to do everything different. What?
Same with Stu.
We know what you've been doing for all those years, but it didn't work. So we want you to do this different. Here's a script. Go home, study it. That's basically what he said to me. And so it's like you start thinking, how much do I have in my 401k?
Like, is this where I get out? No, but I've said, and people have told me, Stu, I mean, great play-by-play voice for someone, that just a career in the sport and not really, I went to school for journalism, broadcast, all this. I mean, someone that hasn't really done that in health, I mean, this is outstanding.
Right,
I mean,
a med school. I dropped out of med school for this. Of course, that was in 1991, but...
No, but it is certainly... I mean, the fact you're quick with it, you're great at calling
Wait a
it, and
second.
your ability to just add that little bit of color
appreciate it.
that
Thank you.
most announcers don't add. I mean, you get those comments. It's funny stuff, Stu.
Well, no,
Very
part of the
funny.
color does, and people should understand that it's not, the relationship that I have with most of these players is that, I can be sarcastic, I can be
Yes,
demanding.
absolutely.
But by the same token, there's not one player on this roster that knows that if they have a problem at 2 o'clock in the morning, they can't call me.
Right.
And a few have taken me, a few have actually done that. So I have a very real passionate working relationship with a number of these players. And I expect excellence.
Yeah.
I absolutely expect excellence. Now, expecting excellence when you're training, is tough. So when they do something that I think they shouldn't have done, that they know that they shouldn't have done, I'm probably going to say something about it. I just probably am. And, of course, I try to do that in a non-offensive manner unless it's completely abjectly dumb, in which case I
Sometimes you got to
to
do what you got to do, right?
No, exactly.
You got Ben tapping on the glass.
But I'm going to ignore Ben while he does that. But he has to know that he's going to get ignored when he does it. He's not going to get any response from me. But if he screws up afterwards, he's going to hear it. He's absolutely going to hear it. And we were 2 for 2 on those.
2 for 2. Batting 1,000.
So stop banging on the glass. He did offer me part of his dinner, though. That was very nice.
Dinner.
Or lunch, I guess. Yeah, lunch.
What did he offer? What's he eating?
He had a chicken dish that looked really good.
A little insight on what players are eating between the games.
Yeah, no,
Protein.
very healthy. It was chicken and
all these guys.
It was a type of jerk chicken. It looked really good, actually.
Yeah, CRB too. I know last year is talking about all these.
Oh, he's a
healthy
nut.
food.
Yeah.
He's got his own. CRB is a performance.
Well, CRB is
it's his own company, I believe, right?
Chatsworth R. Barnes.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is. It's his initials, but it's also CRB is the. It's got the. He has it right here. Maybe we'll have time if that clock doesn't reach 0 before I can get to it.
Oh, by definition, we know it's going to reach 0 by the time
we know it's going to. Oh, Barnes, here it is. It is. Oh, CRB. Why is he CRB? My initials and my personal. It's a personal training company.
Wow.
So if you're looking for personal training, I don't know. Maybe he does that online stuff now. I know a lot of people are doing that. He's got some time during the week when he's not playing. Maybe send some training videos.
He's always playing. When he's not playing, he's practicing.
He's
That's
always
what our
playing.
players do. They're either playing, practicing, sleeping, resting, or praying.
Distancing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Some may need to pray a little bit harder. And fortunately, with 0 minutes till post, it's time to begin game number 9. We are ready to begin our 9th game, a spectacular 9 superfecta match. This game is played to 9. That's 9 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is number 3, Carballo. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 1, Anderluck. There's the serve. Game 9 has begun. Carballo for the rebote. Midcourt placement. Anderluck's there. Anderluck over the top to the inside. Carballo keeps it on the forehand. Anderluck with the carom. That's beautifully thrown. Carballo read it, stopped it. The carambola is going to score on the return. Point 1. One serves to the white shirt of post 3, now receiving. Substituting for Ron is Ben. Excellent catch by Ben. Off a tough serve by Carballo. Catch by Ben. Ben comes over the top on the forehand. Carballo's got it with a hop. Scoop by Ben. He stopped it nicely. Strong backhand throw. Great catch by Ben. There's the backhand. Rebote by Carballo. Stopped by Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Rebote forehand by Carballo to pass. Rebote left side by Ben. Caught the overhead screen. Well played other than that for both of these players, Ben and Carballo. Point 3. That'll bring to the court the green shirt of post 4, Douglas. Our next matchup has Carballo serving to Douglas. Strong backhand by Douglas. Rebote forehand. Swing and a miss. Midcourt, point 4. 4 serves to the black shirt of post 5. Here's Kubala. Nice backhand throw by Kubala. Douglas on the rebote. Catch by Kubala. Scoop by Douglas. He does not overthrow the backhand. Very nice. 2-all, way out. Point 5. Our next matchup has Kubala serving to the yellow shirt of post 6, El Barba. El Barba from the forehand, just above the pad. Interesting placement. That scores point 6. El Barba's now serving to the pink shirt of post 7. Here's number 22, Bueno. Strong backhand by Bueno. Rebote to the outside. Bueno read it, stopped it, returns it. Good catch by El Barba. Good catch by Bueno. El Barba from the forehand. Rebote by El Barba. He goes to the floor, gets back up. Bueno's there. Here's the reverse. Rebote forehand by El Barba, controlled to the inside and scoring point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 23, Ikeda. El Barba dropped the ball at the 9 line and kicked it at the 10 line. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 2, Anderluck. Forehand Rebote falls short of the front wall, point 2. Here's post 3, Ben. Ben with a good catch. Strong backhand. Anderluck with a jump. Knocked it away. Point 3. Ben has 2 points. He serves the returning a 1 post. Here's Carballo. Reverse to the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 3. Ben's on the board with 4 points, and serving to the 4 post in the green shirt, we have Bueno. Powerful forehand. Ball rule tip first time round, point 4. Douglas has 3 points. He serves to Kubala in the black shirt at post 5. Forehand rebote saved by Douglas. Kubala moves in. That's a nice rebote save by Douglas at the side wall. Complicated. Scoop attempt missed, point 5. Kubala has 3 points. He serves to post 7 in the pink shirt. Bueno. This next matchup is Kubala against Bueno. Point 5. Kubala has 5 points, but remember 9 points are needed to win a superfecta game, and this is a superfecta game. Here's post 6, El Barba. Catch by Kubala. It's a nice backhand. That's going to land in perfectly to score. Right over his head to the outside, not coming off the back wall. Point 6. El Barba has 4 points. He serves to Ikeda in the purple of post 8. Scoop by El Barba. There's the backhand. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Good effort by El Barba to try to get that ball. Missed it, point 8. Ikeda has 3 points. Here's post 2, receiving the blue shirt. Anderluck. Ball gets by Anderluck on the left side and scores. Beautiful serve by Ikeda, point 8. Ikeda has 5 points. This next matchup has Ikeda serving to Carballo. Forehand rebote hits too hard, too high, out of play. Point 1. Carballo has 4 points, serves Ben in the white of post 3, also has 4. Catch by Ben. Powerful backhand, rebote coming out. Carballo winding up. Soft touch to the inside. Shows a lot of control there. Ben throws it hard. Rebote coming all the way out to the 4 line.
Good save.
Rebote left side by Ben. Big bounce. Brought down by Carballo. Carballo to the inside. Ben got back into position. Just way difficult to try to catch that on the hop. Point 1. Carballo has 6 points. Serving to Douglas. Post 4. Nice backhand by Douglas, right into the crack, comes out. Good catch by Douglas. Douglas goes back to the inside. Carballo on the run, got a tip on it, but tipped it away. Point 4.
Thanks, bro.
4 has 5 points. Here's post 7. Bueno. Two all, lands in, was going to be scooped, tipped, point 4. Possible game point for the green shirt at post 4. Douglas trying to stop him, post 5, Kubala. Backhand by Kubala. Douglas takes it in the air, puts it back inside. Rebote by Kubala. Douglas makes the catch. Hard throw from the backhand. Line drive, Rebote. Kubala got to it. With a hop, Douglas makes the catch, but did not have control of it. Lost the point. Play continues. Point 5. Kubala has possible game point in the black shirt at post 5, trying to stop him. El Barba in post 6. Big backhand throw by El Barba. Forehand Rebote just missed. That is point and game to the black shirt of post 5, Kubala. No playoff. 5 wins it. 4 places. 1 shows. 8 takes the quad. Unofficial order finish for game 8. 5-4, 1-8. Results from Game 9 are official. Coming in first, post 5, Kubala. Taking second, post 4, Douglas. Coming in third, post 1, Carballo. Taking the quad, post 8. That's 4th place. Ikeda, 5-4, 1-8. Now that was a good game. Today was all over the place. We had some excellent games. We had some tremendous play. We had some disorganized play, I guess is the best way to put it earlier. A little something for everyone here at Magic City Jai-Alai. $2 quinella, the 4-5, that's 4-5 or 5-4, $20.60. The Superfecta, 5-4-1-8, $48.32 on the 10-cent price. Trifecta, 5-4-1, that's first, second, and third place, $178.80. And saw some spirited discussion in the chat, which was good to see. There are obviously some folks out there that follow Magic City Jai-Alai pretty closely. Yeah. Last year as well. Last year as well. They know the players at least as well as we do, which is wonderful to see. Some people catching on and learning. There was one question that floated out there about El Barba and the orange stripe on his cesta, which was really, we just happen to have, sometimes baskets need to be reinforced with tape. They're obviously all handmade of wicker. And we use what's called, for those of you familiar with Jai-Alai, we use synthetic membrane. So we use a poly membrane for the weaving. The frames and the ribs all come out of Spain, like they would for a traditional cesta. We find that the wear and tear with this ball is a little bit better with the synthetic membrane. That's the weaving material. But baskets, the ribs begin to loosen. Everything begins to loosen, so you occasionally need to reinforce with tape. So we happen to grab tape here. We don't have specific basket tape.
I was going to say we got limited supply of color
usually use
as well.
Strapping tape, but in this case we just grabbed tape and it just happened to be orange. So that's the only reason why he had orange tape on the back of his cesta.
Just be aware that that's El Barba, yeah. Let's do a full standings rundown for today. A lot of numbers all over the place. Most wins, 2. 3 guys had 2 wins in singles play. That was Bueno. 0 coming into the day, had 2 today. El Barba, another one of the guys, was sick at the beginning of last week, trying to find his groove now. 2 wins for him. And then obviously Douglas, the top player on this roster. He was in the money. He had 4 games in singles play, in the money in all 4 of them. 2 wins, 2 places. Just a standard day for Douglas. And I got to say, guys like Ikeda at the top of the standings, they're going to need to pile on some victories now. We thought that, having someone else maybe setting the pace would, we'll see how Douglas responds. That was a situation he did not find himself in last year, just pretty much led wire to wire when he came back from injury. But he showed really today that he's down. He came into this week down 2 wins, and he can respond. Piled on 2 victories, and he's right back up there, tied atop the standings.
Well, and also a number of the players that he's playing against are playing. We're now getting to significantly more games than he is.
Right.
But it's not just him. It's
Yeah.
he, Carballo, the guy Kubala, these guys who were dominant last year.
You're right.
So specifically, they are kind of like you would see in feature games at any one of the other facilities. So you had your top game players that would only play the feature games.
Yeah.
So you'd play usually 2 doubles games, 2 or 3 doubles games in a singles game. They play maximum 4 games. So our top guys are pretty much all in that same boat. We may mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Douglas has definitely had to find his groove.
And, last year, as we said, just came in. He was injured, so he started the season. There were guys ahead of him on the leaderboard, but, he won by, it was almost 80 wins. So 80 length victory for him. Wasn't really a contest towards, the latter part of the season. So certainly some more competition here. A couple of other numbers up there. You got Anderluck, he's got 9. Playing in a lot of games. So a guy that could probably catch him quicker than some of the other guys on the roster. But a good day, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Stu?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon and invite you to join us again tomorrow when we'll play 9 more action-packed games at 12 noon and then do it again at 4 p.m. Now, on Saturday, we're here just at 4 p.m. And since we now know that there's people viewing from all over the place, all times mentioned are Eastern Standard, we'll do it again on tomorrow at 12 and 4, Saturday at 4, and Sunday at 12 p.m. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai channel, and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the comments section. We don't know that we'll get to all questions, or certainly won't get to all comments, but we do see them. And there's a few different sets of eyes around here who are willing to glance at them and get you an answer as best we can. We do so much appreciate, though, people right now saying thank you, and it's for us to thank you.
Sure.
I mean,
Yes,
it's such a difficult time for everybody. And we've been very fortunate to get the program together, and with some social distancing that we're doing here in the background, all the players have fortunately been tested and tested negative. And we just hope that everybody out there is staying safe and healthy. And we're glad to be able to do it for you. So thank you very much. Without you guys, we don't have anything. So by all means, thank you so much for joining us and for tuning in, for your support. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today and hope you will join us again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Andrew, that's all I got.
That's all I got. Have a good night, everyone.
Goodbye
Take care.
until we can see you back here at Jai-Alai.